Spence said yesterday that you guys hadn't reviewed the game, that you were going to do it yesterday afternoon. What was that review like?
Yeah, it was obviously, it was pretty upfront and honest. Like we talked about our second half and the way that our effort and intensity around the ball and pretty much all over the ground fell away, which was, really disappointing. So it was, good to have those sort of honest discussions, and I guess for us as a playing group, like we're just excited to respond because, we were right there in the first half with them, and then clearly, if our effort and intensity to win the ball and then also defend when we don't have the ball isn't there, then it doesn't matter who you play in this comp. There's plenty of quality teams that'll make you pay.
Fags said after the game that he didn't know why the intensity hasn't been there consistently like you've always been able to produce. You're a leader of this club. Have you got an idea after the review? Do you understand why the intensity wasn't there in this one?
To be honest with you, I reckon the last month our intensity and effort's been there. You look at the Geelong game, I just feel like they executed a bit better than what we did before that against the D's. It's probably our best intensity and effort we've shown in years. But yeah, the weekend, as I said, sort of first half we're there, and then second half it falls away, and it's hard to put your finger on exactly the reason why. I mean, each player's going potentially through different things on the field with their own form and stuff for that, and so I guess I can only look at myself and I guess you become a little bit deflated when sort of the ball's coming in as a defender and you're working hard, but that's no excuse. So if I had the reason why energy fluctuates, we'd probably be doing bigger and greater things in the world in sport. But we certainly reviewed it. We understand what it looks like, and there's different ways that we can combat that.
Psychologically, from the outside, people have talked about the heartbreak of losing a grand final and that close, and getting yourself mentally to reclimb that mountain. You guys talked about it all pre-season as you've got to start again. Does that, could that be a thing that it's a little bit dispiriting to have got so close and then you have to go all the way back to the ground and rebuild from the beginning?
I don't think that. To be honest, if you're looking in the past, you're going nowhere. We did a really good job at the end of last year, reflecting on the year, identifying what we needed to get better at, and I don't think that's an issue at all. Guys are not playing necessarily up to their standard they want to be every week at the moment. I don't think that's a reason why they'd be doing that. The fact that what happened last year. We're looking forward to moving forward, and certainly not sort of reflecting on the past.
Was it just effort and work rate, or what other things came out of the review?
No, that's what mainly fell away. That's the basis of our game, bringing effort, intensity around the ball and energy. That supports our contest. When we're up and going, we're one of the great contested ball teams in the comp, and clearly when we don't get that right, then we have to defend, and if you don't have energy and intensity to defend, then you leave yourself wanting a bit. So they were the main things.
What's the plan on getting that back then?
We showed in the first half we could do it. I think, for us, we get to see the footage, we see what it looks like on the TV screen, and we're able to review that, and that's where you have those open and honest conversations. And as a group, we've been through a lot together, so it's really comfortable having those discussions. It can be a little bit uncomfortable watching that stuff because you're not proud of some of the efforts that were put in, but as a group, we're collectively looking to get better, and I'm sure the boys will come out with a lot more energy and sustained effort this week.
Seems to be something different every week. It was effort, intensity, and the week before it was execution, and Collingwood, there was drop marks or simple skill things. Is that concerning, the fact that it's not one thing, that there's little sort of spot fires popping up?
I guess you could say it's a little concerning. We'd love to be playing more consistently, playing 4 quarters every single week. But as I said, you play in this competition, which is really tough, and we've had quite a tough draw early on. We've played a lot of the top teams, and you play in these big games against teams like the Giants, and if you're just off, they really make you pay. So, as I said, it sounds a little cliche, but we've taken a lot of learnings. We've reviewed it. The boys are excited to move on, and no better opportunity this week against the Suns in the QClash.
Is the top 4 still a goal, or are you just, not really thinking about that?
I think we'll just stay in the present at the moment. Certainly won't be looking too far ahead. We obviously aren't playing necessarily the footy we want to be playing at the moment, so if we can just focus on getting better today at training and getting better in weights this afternoon, then that's what we'll worry about. And then we'll look forward to building up to the Suns.
Do you have a few nervous teammates in terms of selection this week? Do you think that there could be a reaction in terms of what happened against the Giants?
Yeah, potentially, absolutely. There'd be plenty of blokes that put their hand up and say they didn't play up to the standard that they've set over the last couple of years. So, yeah, I'm sure there'd be a few boys, myself included, who, no one's sitting around happy with themselves and feeling comfortable. Everyone's on edge looking to get better, and, how that plays out, it'll play out. But, we'll just control what we can control, and that's come with a good attitude and learning.
One of the things about Chris Fagan over the last sort of 5 years is when there is pressure of the team and people are calling for blokes to be dropped, is he's very loyal and gives players an opportunity to bounce back and play well. Do you prefer, as a player, do you like the support that he constantly gives you guys, or would you rather? There's an school of thought out there that key players play on edge when they think that their spot in the team is on the line.
Me personally, I'm really grateful for the support that Fags has given me. Clearly, form fluctuates a little bit. I don't know, you'd have to go deep into the sports psychology world of how do guys perform when they're feeling the pressure of selection. I think as players, sometimes you can get caught if you are feeling that pressure, you look to do a little bit too much nearly, and that actually starts to be the detriment of you. So as a group, like stripping it back and understanding what your role looks like in every moment of the game, and if you're worried about selection and trying to do too much, then you're going to start hurting the team. So I'm extremely grateful for Fags and the loyalty he shows to myself and the rest of the players, and I feel like that's held us in good stead going forward. With that being said, though, like players aren't taking liberties and not just assuming that they're in the team each week. Guys are getting to work, and yes, their forms might necessarily be as good as it wants to be, but we're certainly not sitting around, happy with ourselves.
Speaking about selection and loyalty, I think the Lions have blooded 2 players in the last 2 seasons, which is the least of all clubs. Do you believe that the Lions need to blood more players and give them more opportunities to come through?
I think we're always looking to get new guys involved in the team. We've been pretty lucky, I guess, from an injury standpoint, which over the last couple of years, we haven't necessarily had to rotate a lot of guys in and out because guys haven't missed games. But we've shown that when young guys come into the team, guys like Will Ashcroft and Jasper Fletcher, they've been able to make an instant impact. And our VFL program's been run really well by Ben Hudson. Particularly this start of this year, I went down to Southport and watched the boys have a great win against Southport, and there was a lot of young guys putting their hand up, and that's really positive to see. And as a playing group, to see that performance go well and to see the continual development of those younger guys, it's really encouraging, and you feel confident that if they do come in, they'll play their role.
Do you feel that some of the players in first grade feel the pressure from the VFL players? Yeah,
absolutely. I think everyone, as I said, like when everyone, when you're not playing particularly well as a team the way we want to be, everyone's feeling a little bit of pressure, and that's only going to drive us to get better. So, yeah, definitely some guys will be feeling a bit more pressure than others, but at the same time, you can't worry about things you can't control, and we'll just focus on trying to improve.
There's a new face in the Suns forward line, Jed Walter. The coach is now playing back. What differences have you noticed under Damien Hardwick, the way the Suns forward line is operating?
Yeah, no, they've been really exciting. I watched their game against West Coast on the weekend. Their forward line's so dynamic. Obviously got Ben King there, who's been there for a few years, and the way Jed Walter competes is incredible. So it's been great seeing Jake Rogers come in as well. A couple of really good products out of the Gold Coast Academy has been really exciting. So they're super aggressive with their ball movement. They look to get the ball in quick to one-on-ones, and those guys have been doing a great job marking the ball down there, or at least getting it to ground. So certainly a big challenge for myself and the rest of the back line.
Jared was saying yesterday that you guys are sort of like back to the wall, almost like sort of, I guess, underdogs. Do you believe that you're underdogs going into this game?
I don't know exactly what the odds looks like, but certainly the Suns, they've been playing some really good footy over the last couple of weeks. Really admired the way they've gone about it, and for us, we're just excited to get back out under the Gabba and try and make a statement. We haven't obviously played the way we've wanted to this year at the start of the season at times, and we obviously haven't won at the Gabba yet. So we're really excited to get out there and make a difference.